For more now, I'm joined by Mona Eltahawy, an Egyptian-American author. She has covered the Middle East and women's rights issues in the Middle East for many years for Reuters. Mona, it's good to have you on the program. Loujain al-Hathloul has finally been released. We know that that's good news for her. Is it a victory for Saudi women in general? Can we say that?
It is absolutely a victory for Saudi women, because I want everyone to remember that the courage of this particular young woman and the courage of all the other women who were detained by the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in May of 2017, their collective courage is the reason that the ban on driving has been lifted. Their collective courage is the reason the guardianship system is being dismantled. And Loujain was such a liability to the Saudi regime inside prison, they preferred to release her into the silence and the travel ban at home so that she wouldn't keep generating terrible publicity for them around the world. So I consider this, even though Loujain is not free, she is a reminder that feminism works and terrifies authoritarians like the Saudi royal family.
Loujain's sister today thanked U.S. President Joe Biden for her release. How big of a role did the U.S. administration play? We know that it's taking a different approach now to Saudi Arabia compared to the Trump administration.
I think it's really important to remember that the Trump administration was not an aberration. It was a continuation of decades of corrupt U.S. policy towards Saudi Arabia, by which the United States bought billions of dollars worth of oil and sold the Saudis billions of dollars worth of weapons. Trump was just a bit more obvious about it. So I think now, I respect Loujain's family and they can say whatever they want about their sister's release. But I think it's really important to not consider that this is any different until and unless we see a real change. For example, that the US administration stops selling weapons to Saudi Arabia, which are used to commit war crimes in Yemen, that the US administration demands the release of all the other women who Mohammed bin Salman imprisoned along with Loujain in May. There are 4 who are still in prison and there are 11 who are still on trial. And more importantly, it's really important that we remember women are not a bargaining chip, so that Mohammed bin Salman can throw Loujain across the table to Joe Biden and say, here you go, let's start a new page. This is a feminist who terrorized the Saudi royal family.
Yeah, let me ask you though, Mona, what about the Crown Prince there in Saudi Arabia? I mean, could he use this release as a PR win for him? Because, you know, his reputation in the world is certainly not the best.
Absolutely. This is such a crucial point. Now, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS as he's known, has portrayed himself as an emancipator of women, and shamefully, too many Western media outlets have allowed him to be portrayed as such. We know that the driving ban is thanks to the pressure and the activism of the feminists like Loujain and the others in prison. We know all of this progress is because of these feminists and women's rights activists. But MBS wants everyone to think that we don't get freedom by fighting for it, but more it's like a gift from him. So we cannot allow him to use this as PR. And also we have to remember this is the man who ordered the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, and he is yet to be held accountable for that. So do not let him get away with using this to burnish his terrible image.
Okay. Mona Eltahawy, we appreciate your time and your insights tonight. Good talking with you. Thank you.